Hello, welcome back, everyone. We've taken a nice break, and we've brought both of our next team's coaches into the Mumble to discuss. Yeah, do you want to? Let me start with. I feel like I should run through the rosters. Or gotcha. So we've got Nabla and Delta Market here. So each of you coaches. So we've got criminal activities versus fish and fun. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so who would you both say are players to look out for from each of your teams?
For my team, if Rangers internet comes back online, put the cam on that guy and don't take it off. If his internet doesn't come back, probably watch Rohi. That guy's crazy.
Rohi, I've heard that he's been around, right?
Rohi Mig.
Okay. Yeah, that dude, I've casted him a few times, I believe. What about you, Delta Market?
That's hard to say. I'd probably say on my team, the soldiers are definitely the playmakers. So either Lettuce Dog or Alshik are usually the people to look out for that.
Very cool. As far as like the coaching side of things, how has that been? Just as an experience, has it been? Because I'm also coaching a team here, and it can be quite difficult to just build from the absolute ground up. From my experience, I think I'm better suited at teaching people who already have the foundation, but I think some people are better at like giving the foundation itself. What has it been like for you guys?
I've been getting hard carried by my team. They've been scrimming 7 days a week since the training period started, and I haven't had to do shit for them. So good job, guys.
Wow.
That's insane. What about you, Delta Market?
I've definitely enjoyed it. This was my first time. It was definitely a little difficult because we had to have some roster changes. You know, like it's hard to know your like availability like several months out.
Right.
And so like yeah, that just happens for some people. But yeah, I've liked doing the demo reviews, and I definitely can and see the improvement in play. So I've had a good time.
Yeah, bringing up just that crazy scrim schedule, I think I'm of the opinion that obviously having instruction is quite important, and that's why TF2 CC links up coaches with teams for this cup. But I think a lot of the learning itself just is born out of just being in the server, actually playing the game after having been told these things, and you can actually think about these things while playing. So I don't want to tip the scales necessarily or reveal where I might be dumping these channel points, but yeah, scrimming that much definitely gives a sizable advantage, I'd say.
It's definitely been a joy working with the team. They're very eager to learn, and they spend a lot of time playing the game.
It's really cool to hear. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like Rangers internet came back online.
Oh,
Excellent.
and
Beast.
now the goat is in the server. Speaking of predictions are up now.
Oh yeah,
my
thanks.
god. Math's just slinging around 30,000. It's nothing.
Big baller.
So criminal activities is whose team, and fish and fun is whose team?
Criminal activities is Nabla's. I'm the coach for Fish and Fun.
Okay.
Man,
Got a big
84% is 16% is juicy. I'm not gonna lie. That
Yeah,
looks.
that's a good ratio.
The odds there are so
6?
nice.
I think anything above 4 is pretty nice.
Could be a nice underdog story here for sure. And it's so we had process, clear cut, gully wash, snake. Is that in order? Is it gully wash now?
Yeah, I guess so. So we got snake and then gully wash, right?
Yeah, we're on Snake Water.
Snake water. Okay, so it'll be snake then gully. So if both teams, and you said Ranger was the scout player, right? That was what
Yep.
the roster was looking like. Curious. So scout versus because Deltamart was mentioning soldiers were big playmakers on their team. Snakewater, I'm not sure which that favors. Honestly, having strong soldiers on a Snakewater mid could potentially just win out some rounds on a map like this, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to see.
Oh, yeah, and for our rosters, we do have a sub playing for Combo Scout, so it's going to be Bozo Cow instead of Mark. And then for our demo, we have a ringer.
Meatball Freak. Dude, these
Yeah, oh my
aliases
God.
just do not... They're
Yeah,
so
those
good.
definitely
and
the,
newcomer go hard, dude.
They
Yeah.
really
Go
do.
hard.
The alias and the team names are just so good. It's been such a treat casting lower divs because there's always something there.
Dude, Daff, last game, there was a demo called Compacted Ohio 21.
That's
Oh
good
my.
stuff.
And they won. Epic victory.
Yeah, true, they did win. So we do have all 12 in the server. I suppose any words of encouragement or shout outs from the two coaches here, Daff, you can start before we hop over.
Shout outs to all my guys. They're cool.
Let's go.
There we go.
Shout out to all the players, the subs, and the ringers because they really kept it going.
All right, you love to hear it. With that, yeah, thank you guys for stopping by and giving us some insight as to these two teams.
Yes, big thanks.
Okay, and with that, so it is all 12 in the server. So we can be starting at any moment now. Yeah, I don't know. So definitely keeping an eye out for Ranger, and keeping an eye out on Red's soldiers. Lettuce Dog is a great alias. That's an alias that just flies under the radar. And I think the profile picture is a dog made out of lettuce as well, or something like that.
It's a covered. I don't get it. Oh my god.
Man, that is a treat. Also, I got like mad for just a second because I got up to get my water. I know we were in like some time crunch, of course, to get things moving here, talk to the coaches.
Yeah.
But I was so looking forward to getting one more bite of my sandwich when I sat down, and then the second I sit down, it's like, okay, we're starting, and
yeah, I felt so bad.
It's unfortunate.
Yep.
So we do have some rosters we can look at, actually. So criminal activities, we got Cypher Sam, Ranger, Red Charge, Angela, Rohi Mig, and I Duck Duck. In order, those were the scouts, the soldiers, the demo, and then finally the medic. What we got on Fish and Fun?
Yeah, on the side of Fish and Fun, we've got Mark and Days on Scout, Alshek and Lettuce Dog, as Delta Market mentioned, on Soldier, the Mixed Sauce on Demo, and Bidello on Medic.
Yeah,
God,
so
the Mixed Sauce, come on, man. But I guess they were two subs, right?
Yeah, there was a ringer for the demo and then a sub for the Pocket Scout, I believe.
Right. So we've got Bozo Cow instead of Mark, and Meatball Freak instead of the Mixed Sauce. I mean, equal alias swap there.
Yeah, I was gonna say losing the Mixed Sauce is definitely a huge blow for Fish and Fun here, but they do get a big I'd say an alias side grade with Meatball Freak, which is nice. Both teams did ready up and then unready quickly. It looks like they might be raring to go here. We might be starting sometime soon. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're cooking up. I guess.
Yeah, you got a quick prediction?
I was about to ask you that, but since you asked first, I gotta trust in. I'm going to trust criminal activities to take it home. I'm going to say, I think it's going to 5 rounds. I think it might be a 5-2. What about you?
I'm honestly on the same page. I gotta trust the work and the time experience, stuff like that.
Yeah,
if they've
true.
been scrimming for 4 weeks, they know what's going on, and they've got this on lock.
Yeah, we could just be making up a an underdog story for no reason, but we'll see. First mid Days getting quite aggressive early
just
on.
a nuke.
Oh, and the double bomb from blue. Actually,
But it's still anyone's mid.
Yeah, they lose
Here
3
comes
players. Rohi Meg did
Ballista.
get some nice picks there.
Ultimately,
And actually, yeah, Blue's med died, Red's survived.
this
Cypher
is
last one
winnable
alive.
for Cypher, but yeah,
Yeah,
Red
they're
is going
just
to take the
backing
first mid.
Okay, very chaotic mid. A lot of things happening. Rohi Meg got multiple kills there, I believe.
Yeah, got the cleanup on the soldier bombs.
But yeah, definitely. Fish and Friends off to, or Fish and Fun, excuse me, off to a strong start here with this mid capture. Although they are very slow to push into this second point here. We'll see. Blue is building their Uber too, so already demonstrating they know what's up. They want this to even out, and with how slow Fish and Fun are, I wouldn't be surprised if things got a little hairy here.
Good
in the
early
Uber
spam.
situation. Oh yeah, Angela
The
bombing
bomb's
in.
not that great, but oh, demo's super low. They're gonna force.
Yeah, and at this point, iDuck is 70% already. They did lose both soldiers for it. Oh, and they're actually getting a little aggressive in lobby already. About 90% now. They will not be able to stop any capture or anything like that. Lettuce Dog is in on last, but will just get focused down there. And actually, oh, we might see just a complete lower shove. Okay, no. They are backing out of lower, back onto the second point. 40% though for Fish and Fun. And, ooh, if they take this Uber, then Red's just gonna be caught. Oh, but they're too slow with the Uber, so Red sees it, gets scared, and backs up. So that does buy them the space to dry this point. They do get an immediate pick on Days. High bomb in from the soldier. Alshek will be behind right now, potentially going to last, but there's a sentry gun to meet them at last, so that might go poorly for them. Yep, will get gunned down. Down 3 for Red. Daze does spawn before getting denied, but Demo and Soldier both get denied. Full Uber on Bedello here, and Blue's just getting aggressive. Working off these picks, Daze is the only one holding the door, and a Scout is not great at holding a door, as you just saw, goes down.
iDuck is super committed, but they're not going to use.
Yeah, they do get forced. But it might be the best thing that ever happened to them, because it's looking like iDuck is kind of caught here. 60%. Oh, but the movement is able to survive, and Bedello dies in the post-Uber. Oh, but they recommit through the doorway as the spam shows up from the rollout, and as a result, they will pretty much all blow up with the exception of Ranger, who's just lurking around here, trying to get a pick on the soldier, but it turns into a 3v1 swiftly, and will go down. Wow, and now, what are we looking at? Cypher building a gun on last. It's going to be actually not disad. Ooh, Daze getting it on red charge here. Not going to be disad at all. Going to be add, in fact, for iDuck. No one meeting up with Bedello off the forward spawn for a full 10 seconds there. And 10 seconds can, I mean, that's not zero Uber. Regardless, though, going to be evens here pretty much. On the Blues last point, Ranger aggressively peeking on bats there. Looks like they sent a sack off that Daze pick. Angela does not get any value.
Yeah, that's usually quite the mistake for new players out there. Sacking someone
sweaty
out.
gun. They have the sweaty gun set up.
But losing one as a defender, like having this 6v5 fight is like almost a death sentence. Especially in the more organized.
Yeah, it can be tough to deal with. Ooh, and they actually switch off of... Oh, no. Oh, Cypher...
Gonna take a good trade, but...
Okay. So yeah, Demo gets traded out. That's a good trade if you're Blue. I was just looking at last. Cypher destroyed their gun to cash out some Frontier Justice crits, so they have some...
Oh,
Bedello, yeah. Hits the surf, but was just too weak to be able to survive any type of hit scan, and ends up dropping for it. Looks like Cypher's revenge crits will not come into play. They're just going to switch off. Now no heals on mid. Should be a pretty easy point to push. Lettuce Dog. Oh, actually does get the force. Value there. iDuck going down to 20 HP before popping. Ooh, trap on the crate. Ooh. Oh, Cypher dies. Where did Cypher die? That was to a secondary trap somewhere. I'm not sure. It was in lower, apparently. So yeah, down a Scout here. Ubers are going to be pretty much even. Actually, Blue are playing this as though it's disad. I think that Red were just not building great.
Yeah.
And actually, as a result, they are giving up this evens Uber situation as though it was. Yeah, they do, because they have been building. And just them building, like, we can see just in the numbers how advantageous it is to build these Ubers out. Alshek does go down. I don't think they realize that this is as much ad as it is. Yeah, they sack in the soldier.
Aggressively, so they could get into a situation where they use and Red just doesn't have.
We will see. Red's backing up a little bit now. We do have Lettuce Dog in behind, going for a play now, bombing in. Onto Rohi Mig, gets one nice rocket off, but unable to connect another.
The Ubers
looks like
come
Rohi
out from
will
blue in
survive.
front. Bedella dropped, actually, or didn't drop, but
95%.
didn't have.
It did come into play just incidentally. Lettuce Dog is still behind at the moment. That's kind of the salvage, I guess. Won't be able to stop mid, actually, so might get a scout pick or something, but no, Ranger is on the case.
Yeah, so 20 ad
gets
here.
a bomb in on the med, but unable to get another rocket off. And yeah, this is playable ad for sure for criminal activities into the other team's last.
Yeah, they should know. I certainly hope, and they're gonna build it out even further. So they're gonna opt to have a heavy and a sentry, it looks like. So kind of an interesting hold, immobile, but we'll see. With the Uber coming out, it could be quite a strong idea.
So we'll see. It looks like they're gonna take it through this upper lobby area. Typically, you take these Ubers through Shutter, and actually they get the gun down before even using. Angela, though,
That's really nice.
bombing in. Yeah, losing a soldier with that ad there, you'd ideally just be taking an Uber in instead of sacking.
Think it's even.
Oh, they lose
think it's
too.
Even.
There's,
oh no.
That would be bad if they thought it was even. That would be very
they
unfortunate.
still don't even have. Oh no. Yeah, that
so
was just
it might
sack.
be another
they got
situation
the
of they take an exchange and it turns out to just be ad, because Bedella still does not have, only 90%. Red has just not
Bedella
built
going
any
so
Ubers.
Lotus, man.
Oh yeah, 50 HP.
99, still teasing us.
Just heal someone, please. Okay, gets the Uber. There is the oh, both teams are using the sweaty gun in the middle. That can be a very difficult gun to deal with. It just kind of watches everything and it denies any real sack attempts. So a lot of the time.
Exactly.
There goes the scout. Angela trying to spam it down, but Solo Soldier can't really spam down a gun, especially if it gets tanked, and that's effectively just a double sack, I suppose. It does not get any value. Although, it looks like
Red
Charge is still trying to peek the gun.
Aggressive still, yeah.
Yeah, Ranger dies. Trades out for a Soldier, but yeah, Rohi and Duck are just forced to leave, and actually forced to use Uber as well.
Yeah,
so not only
do they
Blue. Yeah, they just like sack two, which is fine, but then they sack another, and then their soldiers out of position, and then they get forced, and oh, bombing from Red Charge does get the counterpop from Bedella, so well done there. They're going to try and get through lower here, but no Uber to get them through the doorway. Going to be a difficult ask for them. Lettuce Dog is getting behind Kitchen, does get spotted, does get the pick though.
Angela,
at this point,
they're down 3
Ranger's
now.
pushing lower. This is like a pinch. They are getting themselves picked. Okay, Ranger just got the... Wait, Duck got the kill on the scout. He won the 1v1. I was not paying attention.
Dude, this is chaos. There's like 4 1v1s happening at the same time.
Yeah, so Ranger just ran past their medic, leaving them to take a 1v1 with the scout to go kill the other team's medic. But Duck just won the 1v1 against the scout and got a saw, mind you, so that's an extra like 25% ad all of a sudden. Okay, surely there is no way they don't know this is ad, and there's no way they don't take this in at the very least. So I am quite confident we will see an Uber into last from Blue. We'll see where they enter. They are entering through lower lobby, a much safer door to enter than Bats. They're going over to Shutter. Very nice stuff. This is very traditional TF2 we're witnessing. Use through immediately on the heavy. This would be a great early pick to get, and they get it. The medic might be caught as well on point. Is completely, oh my god, it's a Rohi Mig nuke. And very convincing Uber there from criminal activities to put themselves on the board.
Great success. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, keep it simple. Sometimes it's just the simple plans that work so effectively, and why make it more complicated than it needs to be?
I think they had the upper hand a lot of different times that round, with just like building out ad and having ad into the other team's last that wasn't just artificial. But there they actually just put all the pieces together and weren't missing anything and just converted that into a straightforward round. We are looking at a new mid, and early height control is definitely in the favor of blue here, with Ranger actually eating some spam is forced away. But the spam from blue is quite nice, and Meatball Freak actually 20 HP, Days dying in the meantime. Yeah, they are just forced out entirely. Angela bombing in, gets a nice pick onto a scout, as just these 3 players forced to leave. Bomb in from Lettuce Dog tries to make some salvage happen, but it's just up to Bedello and Meatball Freak to run away. And it looks like there are some players in hot pursuit. Red charges in. Ooh, catches a pipe though from Meatball Freak. Will die. And looks like they will. Ooh, Bedello getting juggled a little bit. That is so scary. But by the skin of their teeth, they're able to survive and get back to this last point, preserve those even Ubers, and you know, have a convincing hold on their last point. But again, down around here, definitely an uncomfortable position to be in if you're fishing fun.
Yeah, they're gonna set up on the heavy NG again, which didn't seem to serve them so well, but they only had the level 1 last time, I believe.
Yeah, I think and then level 1 did get spammed. I don't know how they spammed it down, because I think it was in like
spawn. I think you can just 2-rocket that stuff, and might have been just rebuilding. But
so they do have the gun and heavy set up here.
Here comes some form of sack, so it's probably, I think Angela is their roamer. So we're just waiting to see if we can find an opening.
Getting buffed up here, just spamming actually. We'll see. I mean, I'm sure like these guys know. Okay, they are spamming the gun.
Yeah,
they've identified it, but they're gonna need both soldiers coordinating there if they want to take that out through the NG tanking it. Ooh, red charge going quite low. Does die. Ranger 11 HP. Is able to survive, but they lost their pick, so being in lobby is a very dangerous proposition here. Should be very easy for red to potentially pressure and catch a pick in lobby if they so choose. But no, it looks like they're just chilling out on last, just doing what they're doing. They take the opportunity to move the gun to a better position where it's not so easily spammed from lower. And, ooh, Ranger wants to take an exchange, but it walks right past the medic around the corner. The beam gets broken, and as a result gets dropped in the Uber, and the Uber is popped regardless.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Bedello never used, was never in danger of dropping themselves. Now it's full ad for red with a pick to work with to try and take this second point. They do still have the engineer and the heavy, though, which definitely not classes you want to be pushing off of. It looks like they might keep the sentry gun on last and push with everyone else, in which case it would make sense to just go for like a pop through.
Here comes the use out bridge, maybe?
Maybe. Their demo's getting baited here. A lot of hesitation there. Just gave blue the time to back up and potentially survive, and that seems to be exactly what happened. And in the meantime, the engineer died to stickies? I guess walks on a trap. Yeah, what is going on?
I'll check on the ground. It's gonna go down to the boat.
Bedello gets cleaned up. It's just a scout and the gun on last.
Yeah.
Ooh, Cypher. Oh, does die to it. The gun claims its first victim. These 2 spawners in a second. There's some spawners here. And yeah, down 3 for blue. I don't think they're going to be able to push this.
They have to play ad, yeah. Which is actually insane.
The last ad they did play turned out to be very prosperous, so we'll see if it's the same case here.
Yeah, so just getting ready.
Absolutely. You have plenty of time to buff those players up. Get everything neat and tidy before taking this, and it looks like they are taking it through Shutter, and there's all 6 players in this Shutter area, and they are just getting everything. 2 picks already, horrible health on the Scout and Demo. Scout goes down as a result, and decent captain. They lose some picks though on the point. Meatball Freak is putting up a real fight, but it will not be enough in the end, and that's so far a 2-0 game at roughly the halfway point here, time-wise.
Yeah, I think Ranger is really starting to put it together now. 3 DOMs, and just clearly head and shoulders up in the server right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see. Obviously, Fish and Fun definitely need to get something going here, and make some type of plan to if they want to potentially win this round. And the double soldier bomb immediately seems to be that they immediately get duck. Trade both soldiers for it though, so the counter bomb is gonna be lethal. And yeah, Bidello gets forced into the other team's scouts, will go down as a result, and off of losing their own medic immediately, we do see criminal activities just take a fantastic reaggression. And ooh, Days
actually
scout
winning.
1v1. Worse health on Days. Oh, never mind. Hits a nice shot there. Oh, and Cypher is scared. Cypher does not want to fight this.
That was pretty sick.
Days just chatting up there. But also Cypher did just get the pack, and now Days is 3 HP. And the pack's missing from lower. Oh, this is scary. Oh my god, does get chipped down. Dies from a scattergun chip on point while he was in lower. Very unfortunate. So it looks like when all is said and done, it will still be a blue mid capture. Actually, a kind of late death from Lettuce Dog and Days, although as I say that, Angela dying to a trap neutralizes that player disad a little bit. We see a full dry lower from
Red
blue.
Charge is in on bats, kind of completely rep.
Red Art just did not realize they were coming from lower. It was not being watched, and they got all the positioning in the world. And as a result, yeah, Fish just had to give up the point entirely without much of a fight. Lettuce Dog going down a little late there. Definitely gives Blue an opportunity to pressure a little bit, although this is actually ad. That I think this is just build ad. I don't think they're
gonna try it.
They're Shutter.
No, they're just gonna sack.
No, they are just setting their sack. Okay. I mean, in their defense, like, that's still the... Theoretically, it's the correct play, just because you expect Ubers to be even there when both med spawn at the same time, but if they were really on top of their stuff and started recognizing that they were building and the other team wasn't, then these are, like, opportunities where they can start to think about potentially taking those Ubers in. But again, that's like a very high-level... a high-level play.
Yeah. At the highest level, you can take advantage of a small margin, like 20%, but obviously the speed is required. So they're just going to pressure from top left here. Looks like they're going to do some kind of...
exchange.
Oh, they're just going to exchange?
Exchange
and they
play,
do
gets
the
force, and gets a flash, actually. A lot of flashes,
flashes on both sides.
Oh, but the gun is still up.
Oh, it's
ooh,
just a nuke in lobby.
Yeah. Looks like Duck is the next to fall. Ranger stuck on 2. Red Charge dying at last. Yeah, exchange has gone terribly. They did get the medic, which is some consolation, I suppose, but they're losing a point. Potentially another, depending on how fast these red players are into mid, because these spawners from blue... Okay, they're going to get forward spawns. There's an opportunity for sure for a refight on mid from the blue team. And there is a scout behind as well. This could pose a problem, and they're just taking 1v1 with Meatball, potentially winning it. Meatball does finally go down to Cypher, in fact. Ranger cleaning up, actually no, it's Red Charge cleaning up Days, but still, Ranger is just in the mix, just drawing so many eyes. Rohi bombing in behind, gets so much damage, and the complete collapse is a full wipe. Rohi dies for it, but just completely caught out the remaining red players, and we see Angela and Red Charge already on the last point. It's ×3 on last. Bombing from Lettuce Dog gets good damage, but it won't be enough in the end. And a very, very fast transition from... So we saw spawners, forward spawners, 4 of them, refight mid, immediately transition into 2, catch everyone, and immediately transition into last. That was very fast.
It was really Ranger, like, going behind into Saw, and then honestly just single-handedly winning a 1v3 nearly. To, like, take their eyes off their team, let them get into mid. Yeah, just an insane team and an individual effort.
Alright, let's see what's going on here. We do see a bomb in from Alshek. So far, only soldier to be bombing in. Lettuce Dog following up, but it's not looking like they're getting any value. Red Charge on 3 HP is going to have to back out entirely, but does ultimately survive. Rebound from Angela does clean up Bidello. And yeah, this is just a catastrophic mid so far for Fish and Fun. Recommit from Daze, gets in cleanly on Duck Duck and actually gets the kill.
Really
and might get
clutch.
more. Rohi, yeah, dies to their own roller. Oh wow, very clutch salvage there from Daze to get not only the medic but the demo as well. But when all's said and done here, it will be a midpoint for criminal activities, and it's not even ad either. Vidello spawned much sooner, but just was not linked up with someone healing them, and surely will not be building much either. So I would not be surprised. Well, it's already slightly ad for criminal activities here. I would not be surprised if this turned into playable ad just from them building and Red not building. But okay, no, Red is building, so this should be evening out for sure.
Yeah. Blue is finally figuring out they can set up a little bit closer, and they're going to look at this situation through lower.
Just going to pressure there, see what they can do, potentially set a sack. Ooh, Ranger wrapping behind Daze through the other door. Gets a nice pick there. Excellent play from them. Bomb in now from Red Charge, just immediately gets Vidello. And at this point, it's just everyone running for their lives on the red team. So, like a collective 100 HP. Yeah.
That's actually clutch, because they are going to resup and they can maybe try to hold last here instead of just getting instantly KO'd. But
yeah, they can at least hold last for like the immediate time being. But once this Uber comes out, then it is a different story.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is definitely important for those players to be living. Meatball Freak holding this trap. Ooh, nice from Rohi to just knock that trap away before entering. But again, lower just a safer place to enter. Ooh, Lettuce Dog's in. Through bats.
Just pop.
Getting so much.
Yes.
Early force from Lettuce Dog and the pick on the scout means that this Uber is able to just get through the door at all until these players are vulnerable.
They still did get 2 picks, so they're able to at least get in, but Bozo
that's all. Oh my god, pipes from Rohi. Almost cleaning up Vidello, but will not be enough.
Even Rohi Mig is going to go down too.
Ranger is a spawner. If Duck can get... Duck is not getting out of this situation.
Unfortunately.
That's a little too tall of an order, but it looks like Meatball Freak.
Ranger's here to clean house.
Yeah, Meatball pushed out with their soldier, but the rest of the team was quite slow, so as a result, ends up forced to take a 1v1 with the scout, will go down. So it will be a lot of ad for Vidello here. Ooh, as I say that, Angela bombing in will not be able to get the kill there. So yes, for the time being, it is pretty much full ad for Red, and they have 2 picks as well. So mid should be very pushable for them right now. We will see. Looks like they're coming Saw. Whether they go catwalk or just the main Saw door is up to them. Stickies get det, no more traps to worry about. They are flooding through, and looking like a very clean point take from the red team.
Yeah, no sack from the blue side, which is a bit optional in this sort of situation. So, actually, Angela's going to get chased down. Not really an intentional sack, but looks like they could get Uber on 2.
Not
Cypher
might get... No, Cypher's chilling. They do send a
Vidello
sack.
and company are going to take it through Saw, actually.
Yeah, they're pressuring quite hard. Ooh, Red Charge takes a pipe. Ooh, almost cratered as well. 5 HP surviving there. Very scary stuff. But now that Blue got their spawner, ooh, and make that another pick as well. Yeah, this is turned from counter sack to potential like dry territory even.
Yeah,
Lettuce Dog quite low. Ranger's just in. And getting a lot of space, but Daze is in from behind. Oh, and Duck Dog drops. I don't even think that was... Actually, it may have been with Daze damage as well. Double bomb from Alshek and Lettuce Dog. I'm not sure how Okay, I think it's... I don't know. Because after you already drop their medic, you really want to just play those heals. And that, like, very committal double bomb. I think they got enough picks to where it's not going to end up hurting them, but that could have gone poorly. And also, take a look at Angela right now. It's kind of behind at the moment. I don't think Red knows. Could maybe make something happen. Oh. Gets... I don't think that's going to end up working out. Those soldiers were just... had the perfect timing rolling out to clean up that pick. So we are like 5 minutes left, and again, we talked about this, the config that we're operating on earlier, but when these 5 minutes are up, the game is over. So at this point, if you're Fish and Fun, you're really worried because you want to be pushing the gas, and It might even be too late already. Okay, Bedelo does force. Because ideally you'd want to get this round and then 2 really quick rounds. It is doable still to tie it up, but man. Oh, Lettuce gets the drop. And
double kill.
Maybe we're starting to believe. I don't know about you, Arcadia, but after that... But they need to already be on last right now. You need to get in, man. Damn, it looks like they're just trying to play ad. And I think playing ad is like gonna be a nail in the coffin here, because with like 4 minutes left, your typical mid to last is like maybe 2 minutes. Yeah. So you already need 2 of those. Like, where's the rest of the time coming from? Like, you kind of already needed to get that round off those picks.
Yeah.
But we'll see if they can pull it out.
And of course, the world record type times are only, you know, maybe 54 seconds. I'm not sure what it is for this map, but the fastest you could possibly do it is barely under a minute. So they've got.
Yeah, we do actually have Angela on Spy as well. Are they in position?
Oh my! No.
Oh! Gets 1 stab. Okay, I'm gonna trade. He'll take it, I guess. Okay, so they decided to play the ad, but then they waited until it was even to use it. And at this point, Duck has Uber. Sentry Gun does go down, but they're losing everyone for it.
Yeah, it's a disaster.
Oh wait, but Bozo Cow might make it. Ah, there's just too many players alive. This is a defended last point. Although Bozo Cow gets a nice pick there. And actually might sneak out. Oh my god. The heist. Okay, it does go down to Ranger. Alright, and now definitely looking at criminal activities in the driver's seat at the moment. Already working towards lower. Again, no heals on the red team, so all spam is effectively permanent until they meet up with their medic.
Yeah, all shit going super low.
Yeah, it's likely to die here, I think.
On the medic here.
Oh yeah, Duck goes down and Ranger dies. Looking a little more scrappy than it was initially. 3 versus 3, and at this point Bedelo is rolled out, so actually it's the red team that has this healing advantage. But it's 2 fragging classes that are getting healed against 3 that are not, and immediately Angela trading out is just up to Meatball Freak versus 2 players. Hits a nice pipe. Rohi does die. Cypher was on the flank instead, trying to wrap behind. But at this point, the players know the spawner spotted them, and as a result, Bedelo will ultimately survive alongside Meatball Freak.
Yeah, they've got 20, yeah. Maybe they can get a round on the board here. Of course, round wins do count in terms of the standings, so it's important to win as many as you can, no matter the time being mathematically prohibitive of you winning or not.
True. Oh, Red Charge getting air shot. Got decent damage on Bedelo, though, on the sack. It's going to be slight disad, but probably not playable at all for Red, especially the way things have been going. So we will see. They have a pick to work with, though, so definitely an impetus to be pressuring. Duck now getting the Uber. Sentry is being reconstructed in that centralized positioning. Uber gets popped through. Counter pop almost immediately. Days going down almost immediately. Okay, they trade out the pick with an engineer. 2 picks, though. Yeah, Red's just losing players. Meg might be dying on point, will be surviving. It's just up to Meatball Freak, but what can a 30 HP demo do against those players? Very little is the answer. And yes, full wipe from Red, successful last hold from criminal activities.
Yeah, looks like that's just gonna close us out. Looks like we're gonna... Let's see if something, you know, maybe an epic air shot in the final 50 seconds.
Yeah,
as they run into mid from lower. Big bomb.
They're taking this fight. 60% Uber on Duck. Bombing from Angela gets decent damage, but no picks. And actually, looks like 2 players dying on the point means player disadvantaged fight here for Red.
Meatball Freak behind.
Yeah, and Meatball Freak is also just completely isolated. Oh, but the soldier bombing in didn't land in lower. Okay, Cypher wins the 1v1 regardless, but that's potentially some miscommunication. Definitely an easy demo pick to collect there. So they are using through lower, actually. 90% on Bedelo. Where is Bedelo? They are in... They're on mid. Okay.
I think this back cap happens, and the round
Yeah.
or the game is over.
I
Anyway,
would not have considered it a back cap, truthfully, because they had every right. I think the mid was the back cap.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So definitely not as high scoring as our predictions were, but I do think we did see just the experience show more so in criminal activities than we did fish and fun. That's just virtue of the fact that they were playing more, I believe. Because again, just there were times, of course, that they lost track of Ubers and things like that. But in general, like playing scouts close to the beam, taking good pushes, and even like recognize the times they did recognize the state of Ubers. That's just stuff they picked up on by playing consistently.